Voice. I'll be brief. From what, with due respect to Senator Lero, who said lion share to the Southwest, when will Southeast even have lion share in any particular project? Mr. President, if this is an omission, it is an expensive omission. The Southeast cannot continually to be treated the way Nigeria is treating the Southeast. Let me give you an instance. Out of the dams that were listed here on the Southeast, Ivo Dam was last funded about 12 years ago with a 5 billion naira spent on it, and it has been abandoned by Nigeria for the last 12 years. I had written 3 letters to the Ministry of Water Resources. We have done everything possible to see if they can bring up Ivo Dam, and here a zone is allocated 66 billion and the entire South is at 0. What kind of omission is that, Mr. President?
Thank you.
We should be treated better than this, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senator Wamako.
That was Senator Osita Ngu, representing Enugu West, lamenting the marginalization of the Southeast in the revitalization of the dam projects in Nigeria. This is very important because dams are essential for irrigation agriculture, and Southeast, like every other part of Nigeria, deserves to be part of the agricultural improvement in the country, in which irrigation development is part of the process to enhance that. It is unfortunate, but that is the truth, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration approved 380 billion naira for irrigation development in Nigeria without a single dime allocated to Southeast region. Hear me clearly. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government approved 380 billion naira irrigation development for Nigeria, excluding the Southeast region. That is another exclusion, far too many. And Senator Osita Enugu West deserve commendation for drawing attention to that, for that kind of marginalization and disregard for a region. Because development in Nigeria is supposed to be holistic. Every part of Nigeria carried along. That's why you can see even in education, because the North is educationally disadvantaged, cut-off marks are lower even for them, so that they could be carried along in educational development. So also should it be for irrigation development. Every part needs to be carried along. But we have a sad situation where Southeast, out of 380 billion, not even 1 billion, not even 500 million, not even 1 dime was found necessary to be allocated for irrigation development in Southeast Nigeria. When this issue came up, you can see that one state alone got 66 billion, and the state that got 66 billion, I think that's the state of Alero, Senator Alero, was still complaining that Southwest has a lion's share. So Tinubu ensured that his people had lion's share of the irrigation development in Nigeria. Of course, the North had to complain about the lion's share getting by the West. But a single state in the North got 66 billion. but not a dime was found worthy. Not a dime was found worthy to be allocated to the Southeast. Are you telling me that Southeast does not deserve agricultural development? Are you telling me that Southeast is self-sufficient in food production better than the rest of the country? Is this not an act of wickedness by a government that don't want anything good to come out of Southeast? Now the Senate, the Senate President, Deputy Senate President, who was the presiding officer on that particular day, because it was as it's like the Senate President Akpabio was not around, was not available. The Deputy Senate President who presided over that Senator Barrow Jubril was trying to paper over it, saying that could have been an oversight, that it couldn't have been deliberate, that it is an oversight. And he tried to downplay the significance of that neglect. Even Senator Alero put mouth to say, let us not rush into conclusion of marginalization. No, you don't have to set up a committee to know that when 380 billion was spent for irrigation development in Nigeria and a particular region was not given a dime, that you have to wait a while to investigate it or to find out whether it was deliberate or not. That was deliberate, because all of us know that we have 6 geopolitical zones. So when you are looking at the data, even as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was looking at the data, and he saw all the geopolitical zones, he ought to have seen, why is it that there is zero allocation to the Southeast? The person that oversaw that cannot claim that he didn't see there was zero allocation for Southeast. So it's not a question of exaggeration, but it has become a pattern under the APC administration since they took over power. Is somebody who doesn't understand their mentality that will be surprised. That is the blueprint of the APC. And that's why it is unfortunate that instead of addressing these kind of issues, all Umahi, the Minister of Works, and Governor Osadema, all they are thinking about is how to endorse Tinubu for second term. They don't want to address the issue of institutionalized marginalization of the region and of the people of the zone. And this is not new under the APC. In 2007, Ibe Kachiku, as Minister of State for petroleum, draw a gas pipeline master plan and included the Southeast. What did we do? Once he left, they did another master plan in which they excluded the Southeast region. The Southeast was excluded and has been excluded from the National Gas Pipeline Master Plan. When Tinubu came to Enugu, Anambra State the other day, his megaphone, Governor Soludo, didn't remember to remind Tinubu that Southeast was excluded from the National Gas Pipeline Master Plan that it must be included. Now, Southeast is probably the region that has the largest deposit reservoir of gas in Nigeria today. Yet, it is the only region without a high pressure gas transmission pipeline. Northwest, they have it. Northeast, they have it. But Southeast, a major reservoir, billions of metric tons, cubic tons of gas are lying under the feet of Southeast region. They were not found worthy to deserve high pressure gas pipeline transmission that is essential for industrialization. And when you talk about industrialization in Nigeria, you cannot look further than the Southeast. Southeast is the center of indigenous industrialization in Nigeria. That's why all over the world, people talk about urban-made, because there's virtually nothing that cannot be fabricated and produced in Southeast. That's why you have people talk about Igbo-made. Of course, it has been used to describe product that people believe is not original. But that was the same way Japan was described. When Japan started out, it was used as a caricature to say that something was made in Japan. The same thing was with China. So a region that has this capacity, that needed gas, high pressure gas pipeline, was deliberately marginalized and left out of the gas pipeline master plan. And you say that this is not deliberate, that this is not an act of sabotage, not only against Southeast, but against the whole nation. Because if you truly love this nation, you want the best, no matter who will bring that best to fruition. Now, it is because of this kind of attitude, this kind of institutional marginalization, that you see a lot of young Southeast people demanding for a referendum to determine their fate, because they don't see any future in an unjust nation like Nigeria, where they perpetrate injustice without any remorse. That is what you get when those who should know better celebrate injustice, thrive on it, rejoice over it, and no man will accept that. That's why you are seeing a lot of resistance by Southeast youths to the Nigerian state, the way it is constituted. This kind of institutional marginalization, institutional discrimination, institutional wickedness by the Nigerian state. I don't know what you think about this. What do you think about the fact that 380 billion was approved by the Tinubu government for irrigation development and not a dime was allocated to the Southeast? What do you think about the high pressure gas pipeline master plan, in which all the zones were linked, except the Southeast? What does that tell you? Are you telling us, are you telling the world that this Deputy Senate President Bola was right? It was just a mere oversight. Those who should pretend over these things, they didn't notice it. They didn't see it. If you didn't notice, it means you don't acknowledge that that part of the country is part of Nigeria. Then you have to do the needful. When Malaysia in 1963 decided that they cannot see Singapore as part of them, they did the needful. They passed a resolution in the National Assembly in Malaysia and granted autonomy and freedom to Singapore. And today Singapore is a free nation, doing very well, even far better than Malaysia. That's why the Nigerian government has to make sure that it does not continue with this institutionalized discrimination and wickedness of the Nigerian system. I don't know what to think about this, but whatever is your position on this vast issue, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you.